You're seeing this plus more now, right? I mean, it's an epidemic that we're dealing with. Tell us more about the future of hope, is what this really needs to be about, right?
Well, change is possible. And even in our schools, because I've worked in schools for decades,
Mhm.
I've worked with youth, whether they're athletes or whether I was a campus supervisor slash mentor at a high school where they would call me when at-risk youth were talking about suicide, or when the detention room was so full and the teacher that was in there could not control them. They had me go in. And how did I handle that? Chuck, tell us a story. And I shared stories. See, our youth, the number one thing our youth do not believe they get is respect, and they don't know how to give it back. So I teach them, I show them respect, and then I demand it in return. And so, unfortunately, in our district, and it doesn't happen all over, but it happens to our at-risk youth. I was just lucky enough that I had teachers, coaches, and counselors that took care of me, and I lettered in 5 sports. The sports kept me off the street. So when I go into these schools, I help elevate those D's and F's, or F into D, so they can participate in activities like I did and have an incentive. Because there's no incentive when you come home or come to school from a weekend of running away and drinking and smoking blunts and partying and being destructive. That's all you know. And when you go to school, the first grade teacher or the first period teacher throws you out before the bell, just after the bell rang, because she really doesn't want you in there. These are the kids, or these are the young adults. I shouldn't say kids, that's wrong. These are the young adults, because it's disrespectful to call them a kid or a child. So I teach them, I help them become aware that positive things bring positive things. And if we can help you build your grade a little bit, and you can have some incentive to play sports or the band or choir or do things that give you hope, you're going to work on yourself, and you too become successful in your journey.
And as we end, and we're going to get your claps. I found the claps, and so we're going to do that in a moment. But I want you just to say yes here. This is a full family health possibility, right? You put the action in, you do those X's and O's. The full family can heal, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Breaking the cycles and building champions, the individuals, the families, the community, the world, correct?
You know,
Yay. Okay.
the parents, all they ever want is for their child to be better off than they were. And sometimes they
Mhm.
push them so hard, but they were in an environment, in a negative environment too, and there's only so much that they know because that's all they were raised in. So the children now, once we get a hold of them, once we put them through some of our workshops and stuff, they go back with positive self-esteem, self-worth, self-respect, and the parents go, "Wow, you're not a failure no more. Where did the F's go?" And they can
Yay.
explain that and say, "You know what? Dad, you need to look back at your generations before you, and what did they pass down on you, and break them so the generations after you will not have to go through that." And I can say that I've done that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And every story can change the world. Together we are global speakers talk.